Hello, did anybody want to test their microphone or anything, or everybody feels comfortable?
Testing.
Test.
Good. Good.
Test.
You're good.
Perfect.
Test.
Perfect.
Test.
Perfect. The Councillor Willis has just joined. Do you want to test yours, Councillor Willis? You're good. Okay, I am going to hit the, it is showing live now, Your Worship, or Mr. Hagedorn in the YouTube channel.
Okay. It's almost 6 o'clock. Could I ask the committee members to come online? We'll be ready for 6 start. I believe we're recording and live streaming, so we're ready to start. So I'll call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. for Monday, May 1st, 2023, the Committee of Adjustment. I would note that Committee Member Townend has sent his regrets for this evening, and that this is a virtual meeting only, so all the rules of procedure and bylaws do apply to this meeting as if we were in person. So with that, adoption of the agenda. Could I have a motion to approve the Committee of Adjustment agenda, May 1st, 2023? Mr. Broderick and Ms. Parks? All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. Disclosure of pecuniary interest, general nature thereof. Are there any disclosures for this evening's meeting? Saying none. Approval of committee minutes for March 6, 2023. We have them in our package. Were there any errors or omissions noted? Seeing none, could we have a motion to approve the minutes as presented? Ms. Willis, Mr. Ennis, any comments? Seeing none, call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. And that brings us to the public meeting. 138 Country Club Drive, Caitlin King Homes Limited, minor variance. And this,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
are you doing the presentation?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please proceed.
Thank you. The applicant, Caitlin King Homes, is requesting a minor variance to reduce the rear yard setback from 6 meters to 4.6 meters to facilitate the construction of a deck in the rear yard. The subject property is designated low-density residential in Schedule D of the Township's official plan and zoned residential type 2 as Section 11 in the zoning bylaw as amended. The property forms part of the Loyalist Estate subdivision located towards the west end of Bath. The property is located to the west of County Road 7, also known as Church Street, and to the west-southwest of Loyalist Golf and Country Club. It is a single detached dwelling facing Country Club Drive. Staff is recommending the approval of this application for the following reasons. Compliance with the 4 tests of the minor variance. So first of all, the general intent and purpose of the official plan is met as the proposed use is permitted. It's a permitted use and the requested variance does not conflict with the low density residential designation. The general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw is met as the reduction of the setback in the rear yard of the proposed deck provides adequate green space and does not conflict with the neighboring uses. The requested variance is considered an appropriate development of the land as the proposed deck is in keeping with the residential use of the property. The variance can be considered minor as the location of the proposed deck would not cause any adverse impact to the property or neighborhood, thereby resulting in a proposed development that is in keeping with the area. The application has been reviewed by internal departments and vetted through local agencies to ensure compliance with the above criteria. None of the departments or commenting agencies objected or raised any concerns respecting this application. The notice of the public meeting was distributed in the prescribed fashion, which involves personal notice by mail to all property owners within 120 meters and posted on the sites. At the time of writing this report, no comments were received by members of the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Committee members, any questions regarding this application? Seeing none, we'll turn to the public. Anyone in the virtual meeting, if you wish to address the committee, please use the raised hand feature and we can bring you into the meeting.
I see no raised hands.
Okay, so we'll proceed. So we do have the report and the recommendation that the report from the Development Services Division, May 1st, 2023, re 138 Country Club Drive, Caitlin King Homes Limited, minor variance be received, and that the minor variance application D13003, 2023, to reduce the rear yard setback for a deck from 6 meters to 4.6 meters, section 4.40B and 15.12.2, to facilitate construction of a deck in the rear yard, be approved. Is there anyone that wishes to make a motion regarding this? Ms. Willis, so moved. You, seconded by Mr. Ennis. Any comments from the mover? Seconder? Anyone else? Seeing none, call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. The next one. SR 2358, 189 Britannia Crescent. Alex and Nancy Todd. You be presenting for that as well?
Yes, I will.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The owners, Alex and Nancy Tosh, are requesting a minor variance to increase the maximum allowable lot coverage from 50% to 56% to accommodate the proposed build deck on the rear of the existing dwelling. It is the opinion of township staff that the relief from the zoning bylaw being requested is acceptable use of the land and in keeping with the intended desired uses for yards in this area. The subject property is designated medium density residential in the township's official plan and zoned residential type 5, exception 3 in the zoning bylaw as amended. The subject property is a single townhouse with attached garage in the middle of a 4-unit street front row townhouse located in the Loyalist Estates subdivision in the village of Bath. The property fronts onto Britannia Crescent. Staff is recommending the approval of this application for the following reasons: compliance with the 4 tests of the minor variance. The general intent and purpose of the official plan is met as a deck is a permitted use. And secondly, the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw is maintained as the increase in lot coverage does not adversely affect the amenity space of the applicant's property and any of the adjacent property owners. The requested variance is considered an appropriate use of the land as it does not affect the general character of the surrounding area and provides adequate green space for residential activities. Lastly, the variance can be considered minor as it does not impact the amenity space of any neighboring properties and the owner's property. The application has been reviewed by internal departments and vetted through local agencies to ensure compliance with the above criteria. None of the departments or commenting agencies objected or raised any concerns respecting this application. The notice of the public meeting was distributed in the prescribed fashion, which involves personal notice by mail to all property owners within 120 meters and posted on the site. No objections were received from the public regarding this application as of the time of this report. Thank you.
Thank you. Committee members, any questions for staff? Seeing none, we will go to the virtual audience. If anyone in the audience wishes to join to comment on this application, please use the raise hand feature.
I see no raised hands. I also should have clarified, we do have a staff member on site in case anyone came in person as well. And there's no one there at this point.
Thank you. So with that, we do have the report and recommendation that the report from Development Services Division dated May 1st, 2023, read 189 Britannia Crescent, Alex and Nancy Tosh, minor variance, be received, and that the minor variance application D13004 2023 to increase the maximum allowable lot coverage for an interior unit for a townhouse from 50% to 56%, section 51573, to accommodate the proposed build of an attached deck to the rear of the existing house be approved. Do I have a mover for the motion? Ms. Willis, seconded by Mr. Prager. Any questions or comments from the committee? Seeing none, call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. And the next one is SR 2369 being 13005-2023, 624 Millhaven Road, Braden Norris, application for permission. Mr. Soni, are you presenting on this one?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you. So the application for 624 Millhaven Road, the applicant is requesting permission to expand a non-conforming residence to facilitate the construction of a front porch and a permission to expand a non-conforming detached garage to increase its height. The subject property is designated rural and its environmental protection in Schedule A of our official plan. And it also does contain parts of environmentally sensitive areas in the Schedule B of the township's official plan. The property is zoned rural residential and environmental protection in our current zoning bylaw. So the existing residence located at 624 Millhaven Road was in existence under the previous zoning bylaw, and its use has continued since that time. So the existing property, as per the current Planning Act, is defined as legally non-conforming use. So in reviewing the application, the staff reviewed the Planning Act, the provincial policy statement, and all the relevant planning legislation. And the requested permission is not considered to negatively impact the neighboring properties or natural heritage features, and therefore appears to be an appropriate use of the land. There are no major changes proposed to the existing footprint of the residence. The proposal is only to add a small front porch to the residence, and the detached garage will remain on the exact footprint that it has now. Therefore, no negative implications on the streetscape or the character of the neighborhood are anticipated. Furthermore, the increase in the height and construction of the front porch will not aggravate any natural hazards. So for this reasons, and we have received supportive comments from all the applicable department and agencies, the staff is of the opinion to approve the application for permission for 624 Millhaven Road. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Committee members, any questions for staff? No, Mr. Prager.
I'm slow on that. Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair. Just a general question. I think I know the answer. I just want to get it confirmed. What is toe erosion?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I'll try to answer that question. Okay. The comments usually Conservation Authority takes care of the erosion and that side of the things. Tip of the toe is like the top of the bank and any erosion associated with that. So we have 15 meters setback as per the current zoning bylaw from the defined floodplain line. As well as we have 15 meters setback from the environmental protection zone line. In this case, both the setback applies. As a result, we had to circulate the application to CRCA, the Conservation Authority, and they provided this comment that based on the toe erosion calculations, based on the CRCA's regulation, the proposed application for permission for the front porch as well as the detached garage does not aggravate any natural hazards or erosion. So I think I did not answer the exact question, but I think
you did a good job. So basically it's erosion within that 15-meter setback. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and if through you, Mr. Chair, James, if you want to, add it if I'm not that clear.
Mr. Griffin, if you have anything to add.
That's fine for me.
Yes, thank you through the chair to Councillor Broderick. Avinash described it perfectly. Toe erosion would be the erosion at the toe of the slope. So if at the shoreline, there's sort of the toe right here, and then the top of the bank, it would be at the bottom of the bank.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Any other questions from committee members? Seeing none, we'll go to the virtual audience. If there's anyone that wishes to speak to this, please use the raised hand feature to come into the meeting.
No public in the audience.
Okay, we're moving right along then. So with that, we do have the report. Recommendation that the report from the Development Services Division, May 1st, 2023. 3624 Millhaven Road, Braden Norris, application permission be received, and that the permission application D13005 2023 to expand a non-conforming residence to facilitate the construction of 2 by 2.6 meter front porch and expand a non-conforming detached garage to permit a 1 meter height increase be approved, subject to the condition that the approved permission applies only to the locations as identified in the drawings submitted with the application. So with that, committee members, do we have a mover? Mr. Broderick, seconded by Mr. Ennis. Any final comments from the members? Seeing none, call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. Thank you, presenters, for this evening. Next item, upcoming meeting dates, June 5th, 2023. And the last item is adjournment. Do we have a?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Under other, I think this is other business. I just wanted to know from staff, through you. I was looking over the applications, and I noticed timelines are different. Some submit, and then there's a CRCA comment. But I noticed on one of them, that was done ahead of time. So can somebody go directly to the CRCA and do the request and then bring the documents as they apply? Like, is there a set sort of timeline or setup on that?
So one of the staff members, Mr. Griffin, would you like to address that?
Yes. Thank you. Through the mayor, Councillor Broderick. So we sort of do a two-phase approach in order for applicants to have full confidence when they submit. We do what is called a pre-application circulation, in which we circulate CRCA. So typically that's done. So if CRCA doesn't want to come, like in the subdivision applications we received today, the ones that were within the subdivision, they didn't want to comment. So they gave us that a pre-application circulation, and we didn't have to circulate them once the application was received. However, on other ones where they're more involved, if they are in the regulated feature, we would get their comments up front. So if there was any work that needed to be done for erosion or if they wanted an environmental study, we would have the applicant submit that with the application, and then they would review it at their formal circulation once we've received the application. So it's sort of a two-step approach to allow for staff and the applicants to have sort of a full understanding of what might be required by CRCA and other agencies when they're applying.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we were at adjournment. Do we have a motion for adjournment? Ms. Willis, seconded by Mr. Ennis. Call the question. All in favor, please raise a hand. Motion is passed. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and we'll be signing in shortly for our 6:30